all your favorite wrestling shows rolled into one. Welcome to the We Book It podcast. Let's start the show.
Hello, what's going on, everybody? My singles and tag team competitors. It's your boy Virgil standing in for Fritos on another Freaky Friday for another SmackDown Lowdown. Hey, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even know what it means that you guys are with us and you are watching this program here. So let's get right down to business, y'all. It's the Friday night SmackDown Lowdown, hold down, throw down, no down, mow down, whoa now. That's right. Whip it around, bring it around town, all it down. That's right. So let's get right to it, y'all. So after a quick recap of Saturday night's main event, wrestling has more than one royal family. Out comes Cody Rhodes to open the show, and he's looking pumped up. He was smiling and shaking hands with everyone, and even took a moment to autograph a sign for somebody. The American Nightmare was soon confronted by his former AEW rival, Aleister Black. They didn't beat around the bush and agreed to a singles match later in the show. That's right, guys. I like the fact that, WWE isn't beating around the bush, that these two have history, AEW, but they also aren't going to pretend like these two don't know each other very well and have a past. So this was a brief segment compared to the average opening promo from a main event star, but Rhodes took less than 10 minutes from the moment he appeared until the moment the segment ended. Didn't overstay its welcome. All in all, it was a good moment. After that was over, Ilya Dragunov made his entrance, and we are on to the United States Championship Open Challenge. With that being said, Tommaso Ciampa is the one that answers this open challenge. It looked like Tommaso Ciampa would be the challenger, but it ended up being Johnny Gargano instead. The DIY partners distracted the champion so Johnny Wrestling could get the advantage. It took them no time. It took them no time to turn this into a competitive match with a brisk pace and some hard-hitting action. Both men are versatile performers who are great at many things in the ring, so they quickly develop chemistry. This was the first time these two have ever been in the same ring. So the first time Johnny Wrestling ever took on Ilya Dragunov. So like I said, all in all, it was a really good match. It was after putting up a good fight, Gargano fell to the Mad Russian's finisher. This was an outstanding way to get action started on the show. Putting Dragunov in this position has yielded nothing but positive results. Ilya Dragunov retains the United States Championship, defeating Johnny Gargano. Also, something to note here, Tommaso Ciampa looked angry as he was walking away from the ring. The Constantine special is a cool move that's in Dragunov's arsenal. And the kick Gargano hit in the back of Dragunov's head looked filthy. Next up, we have Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. After the break, we have Jade Cargill make her first appearance on SmackDown as the WWE Women's Champion. She was all business as she marched to the ring without her usual showmanship to the crowd. So they picked up the mic, said less than 10 words, and walked away. She put the roster on notice, saying that she is that bitch. This was short and sweet as it gets. Again, Jade Cargill, we've talked about this on the Sunday night pods. Jade Cargill isn't a talker. I would love for them to find a mouthpiece for her, somebody that can talk for her, somebody that can cut promos for her, and just let her be the ass kicker that she was born to be. she made it clear that she didn't need to talk much and she didn't need to do much showmanship because she is now at the top of the mountain. She is the face of the women's division in WWE, being the WWE Women's Champion. So it's actually really, really cool for that to happen. You also don't miss this. There was a moment there. Jade Cargill is leaving. Out comes Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Now listen, you can't keep Charlotte away from a world title for too long. It just gravitates to her. It like pulls to her. And her and Jade Cargill had another one. There's two people that Jade Cargill has had just standouts with. One being Bianca Belair, which I believe that's your WrestleMania main event. And then obviously Charlotte Flair is another one, but you can see that at the Rumble. You can see that at Survivor Series. You can see that anytime soon. But Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss made their way out, and then Cargill made sure to hold up the belt in their faces and talk a little trash to them. Bliss had to talk Flair out of going back to fight her on the stage. Told you guys. The history between these two women goes back years, including one incident when they clearly were shooting on each other in the ring. But all that's in the past. This time they were working great together. They made this feel like a physical fight without taking it too far. So we had a great match between Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax that ended up with Charlotte Flair taking the loss due to the the reappearing of Lash Legend, who is officially a part of SmackDown. That's right, Lash Legend is officially a part of SmackDown. So you will see her on SmackDown moving forward, and it does look like they're getting ready to have her tag with Nia Jax. Now, will they win the Women's Tag Team Championships? We don't know about that. But at the same time, it's cool that they picked up this win on Jax and Flair. I still love the chemistry between Flair and Bliss, and I love that they aren't going to turn on each other and fight each other. They are united. And it looks like Flair will probably go into a main event work after this. And I could easily see Alexa Bliss being the person to dethrone our new Women's United States Champion, which we'll get to that in a minute. But backstage, Fraxium and DIY have a brief interaction. There's no fight, just missiles between each other. Again, and this is a weird thing. Seeing Flair in attire with neon green on it was an interesting change. She stood out a bit more than usual because usually she wears like the white or the blue. She basically models her career and her gear after what her father wore. Her father had the black tights, the red tights, the white. He wore white once, and he wore blue a lot, and he wore purple. And a lot of that is kind of what you see Charlotte wearing. But yeah, she wore this neon green. And it just, I don't know, it wasn't a good fit for me. I didn't like it. Next up, we have Julia versus Chelsea Green for the women's US title. And of course, Chelsea coming off of being newly crowned AAA mixed tag team champ with All Ego Ethan Page. Of course, they come out to the ring together. And I told y'all before, this pairing needs to be on SmackDown. I love Ethan Page being the North American champion on NXT. I love what they did here and what they're deciding to do here with putting the championship back on Chelsea Green. Like I said, put the rocket strip on her. I told you guys before, Julia hasn't done diddly squat since she had that Women's United States Championship. That title meant something when Chelsea Green had it and her secret Hervis and all of that stuff. So again, once again, the match in itself was pretty easy, pretty simple. Alba Fire ended up taking out James outside, which allowed Green to surprise Julie with a roll up to get the upset win to become the new United States champion. The match itself was short, had very little to it, but the fact that the result was so unexpected, it made it stand out. Julia won't come out of this looking great, but Green being a double champion in AAA and WWE will raise her profile even further. So once again, the AAA push strikes as now she is a double champ. Like I said, y'all, Paige and Green are such a great combo. They need to remain a unit for a good long time. Next up, we have Rey Fenix taking on Tala Tonga. And I don't lie to y'all, the MFTs look weird with that damn white face paint. I don't know, but we'll see. As Solo Sikoa and his crew were heading to the ring for Rey Fenix to take on Tala Tunga, the Motor City Machine Guns and Nakamura attacked the other members of the MFTs to help even the odds before the Masked Man. Phoenix then got the upper hand over his giant opponent, but it only lasted until the big man was able to regain his footing. He propelled Phoenix into the air and slammed him down to stall his momentum. Then after that, this turned into an exact kind of match you would expect. Tonga used his immense size to dominate the high flyer whenever he got his hands on him, and Phoenix used his speed and agility to stay out of the grass as much as possible. Tonga was able to get the win with the big man choke slam, which made Sikoa happy. They were going to keep attack going, but Sami Zayn ran down with the chair and made the save. Could we see this potentially end up being a War Games match? Just saying. It looks like it. It looks like something that you could obviously see. You got 5 on 5. Could this be the SmackDown War Games match? We could see. Next up, backstage, Asuka was shown blowing mist at Flair and Bliss while they were in the medical room backstage getting checked out after the match and the attack from Nia Jax and Lash Legend. She botched that too. That was really bad, but it is what it is. So next up, we have our main event of the night. The WWE champion is here to wrestle, here to save the ratings. Alias, I was going to call him Alias, excuse me. My apologies. I don't know why I always want to call him Aliester. His name is Aleister Black versus Cody Rhodes. The main event of this week's show was the match booked in the opening segment between Black and Rhodes. Zelina Vega accompanied her husband to the ring. This better not be a way to try to bring Brandy back, I promise you. If you watch these two had their feud in AEW, then you know Black holds one more victory than Rhodes in their history. In their first encounter, Black squashed Rhodes in less than 5 minutes. These two know each other well and how to work together to put on a good show. So they didn't try to ease into this. They went from 0 to 60 immediately and started making this a hard-fought battle. Fortunately for Black, this match did not end with a clean win. McIntyre came out of nowhere and hit the referee with a Claymore. Rhodes pounced on him, but then Black started helping McIntyre. Damian Priest ran to the ring and started fighting Drew and Aleister. The show ended with Nick Aldis suspending McIntyre, which after the show, we were shown in the back, it was Nick Aldis having to be held back and restrained by the likes of Kenny Dykstra, Bobby Roode, Jamie Noble, as him and Drew McIntyre were literally going at it, not physically, verbally. And I ask you, could this lead to a return to the ring for Nick Aldis to defend himself and his family? We will see about this. That's my show though, guys. Listen, I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in and for watching. Thank you so much. Until next time, keep those booking pencils sharp and keep on booking.